Welcome mates, I'm Bloodthirsty Lord, but you can call me Lordy, and today we're back on Paragon once again. All you mates want this amazing video. You've been highly demanding it from the last video that we uploaded, which was Best Moments Episode 7 as KALLARI for my Paragon videos. And you guys were all hyped when you watched that, and you were surprised of how much damage and how much things I can do with my build when playing KALLARI, and you guys wanted to know what my build is. And I'm going to go through my build today and explain every aspect of it and majority of why I've done this and why I've got these items in my build, because some of these items and things that I'm using right now are things that you mates might not use in your builds. And this isn't like the best build out there, but in my opinion it works really well at the moment. It works well in the current meta, but it also gives me advantages in my own playstyle that can maybe fit in your playstyle as well, then give you some type of advantage within the game when playing as KALLARI. But before we get this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button to keep up to date with the greatest and latest Paragon gaming content and Paragon gaming news. And if you haven't turned on notifications yet, make sure you do so by hitting that bell button next to the subscribe button, so you have the chance to become one of the first mates on my channel up to date with my amazing Paragon gaming content. And as always, expect it here first. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So right now we're at level 7 with our hero mastery, and we're about to get this hero mastered one day, and we're able to gain this amazing skin. But to do that and make it easier is obviously you have to win games as KALLARI. There's obviously some aspects to her kit which are pretty OP in my opinion, but if you can use it in a certain playstyle, you'll be able to win. You just have to understand the playstyle. But that's going to be for another video most likely. But in this video, we're going to tell you how to make an amazing build on this character. My amazing build that I used in Best Moments Episode 7. You can watch that in the link in the description. Click that and you'll be able to watch Episode 7 of my Best Moments series as KALLARI, so you get an idea of what is actually happening when I'm using this build, because there won't be any gameplay in this video. It's just me showcasing the build and going through every aspect. So let's go through it. We can go to the actual decks, and I haven't reorganized all my decks yet. I only use specific heroes at this current moment, heroes that I do enjoy. I'm going to change all my rest of my decks soon, but that doesn't really matter. And this is my KALLARI deck number 2, because I had multiple ones, and this one actually worked the best. So what you want to take as your basic prime card is the Warlord card, obviously because it gives you power and a damage bonus when you get the prime orb. But that isn't the main aspect. That's something that happens with every hero when you get the prime guardian and get the buff from that prime guardian when you destroy it. And these are some ideas of things that you may take for early start when you play as KALLARI, and these are some of the consumables that I do take. We have a cast token, we have a health potion, 2 health tokens, mana pot, scout ward, and a strike token. The reason why I take a cast token and a strike token, even though they provide the same actual benefit, which is power, it just looks cool having both different things in there, cast and strike. That's why I take both of them. Then you get health pot, which is OP as hell. Health tokens are just good after, mana pots are good after, scout wards are good after. Pretty much what I mean is your early start, if you're playing KALLARI jungle, you'll take a cast token, 2 cast tokens, or 2 strike tokens, one or the other, or 1 each, doesn't matter. They're followed by your health pot, because this will help you with clearing any jungle cap in the jungle and will give you that lead that you need and pretty much be in the same position as everyone else instead of falling behind. Because that's one thing many KALLARI players do when they play jungle. They fall behind too quickly. But obviously if you're not playing jungle, there's other aspects to this. You can play mid lane. You can take obviously the strike token, mana pot, and health pot if you want, or even a scout ward. It's your choice at the end of the day if you play it off lane, mid lane, aggressive any way possible, because this kit is really aggressive. It does help out when you're playing aggressively. So you play in the offlane, mid lane, and jungle with this kit, but obviously I've got some aspects of this kit towards the jungle, or my build towards the jungle. Let's move into the items. We have 2 adamant edges. One of them has greater health, which will give me 150 health, followed by 2 cast upgrades, which will give me more power. In the other adamant edge, you just got full power in that with major strikes and strikes. And obviously when you complete this item, you'll get another 12 power upgrade from doing that. So that's another spike in your damage. I'll get this item first because you need health. Health is so important. Even though it got nerfed, it pretty much became irrelevant in majority of people's eyes. But in my eyes, I don't think it's irrelevant at all. If you can get health, get it, take it, because if you're playing KALLARI, there's going to be situations when it's really hard to get out of, especially even though you're like a slippery hero. You go into a fight, you're fighting, you're doing your damage, and then out of nowhere you can't get out in time. Obviously having increased health is going to help you out, because you'll be able to take in more damage and maybe survive on a sliver of health or just die. Majority of times if you don't have any bit of health in your actual kits, most likely you'll just end up dying easily. But health isn't a major factor, because you need power to do your early game damage. And these are 2 items I do like to rush in the early game But if I'm playing jungle, obviously I'll get this execution key or executioner scythe, whatever you call it, with 2 minor wounds and 1 minor strike. So it helps me clear the jungle quite easily because you do get an added benefit, which is obviously a passive. Base attacks on jungle minions gain a 15 plus damage bonus, which obviously helps. And when you get this item fully upgraded, you have more crit chance. And crit's good in the early game. I've always loved crit in the early game. I've done it in my builds on Legacy. And even without the crit meta, I still build crit in the tank meta because crit is such a useful item or stat you need in every guy's kit because it does help out so much in the early game, especially when you get that lucky chance of crit and you do increased damage on the enemy hero and you'll be able to destroy them quite easily. So that's why I rush this item as quick as possible, followed by the adamant edge, then that adamant edge, and then I get some choices here. I can go with Thunder Cleaver or Wind Carver for attack speed, and obviously Thunder Cleaver for clearing jungle camps and obviously having more AoE damage. Majority of the time I go Wind Carver because I always try to go in quick and easy, and obviously having 1v1s quite often. So this item helps out more than using a Thunder Cleaver, because Thunder Cleaver is AoE damage, and obviously you have to be versing multiple people to get that bonus of AoE damage, or if you're trying to clear camps majority of the time. But clearing camps isn't always the main objective. It helps out quite a bit, obviously to give you a C XP lead, or XP lead, or C power lead, car power, and obviously experience power, so you get up there and you'll be able to have that advantage against enemy players, so you'll be able to destroy them. But you don't want to spend too much time in the jungle because you want to have a presence on the map of Monolith. Because having a presence on the map, especially in the early game, leads to so many wins quite easily. So pretty much I'll get Wind Cover or Thunder Cleaver. Then I get Blade of Agora, which will help with my crit chance on my Executioner Key or Executioner Scythe. And I do have a 2 cast upgrades and a minor strike upgrade. And also when you fully upgrade, you get a 100% crit bonus. That's pretty obvious. Majority of my build is universal items and it has some actual items that do belong to Affinity Corruption because they do help out quite a bit, but you usually can go with universal items and it ends up working pretty well. So towards the mid-game and end-game stages of the game, if the enemy team are building tank and I can't get through them with the damage output and I do have, I build this item right here. When you build this item, it has a unique active. For 15 seconds, your next ability hit on enemy hero will shred 20 basic armor for 6 seconds. Cooldown is 30 seconds. I have a major strike upgrade and 2 strike upgrades. And this is good for enemy heroes that do have tank on them. And you'll be able to shred them and do some damage towards them. And it's pretty good. Overall, it's a very unique item that works out pretty well on a KALLARI build. So I do rush that item after doing all my other items. And then at the end, I get rid of my Executioner Scythe and obviously go to the Spear of the Rift Hunter, which will give me more crit because it does have a wound upgrade, 2 of them actually, followed up by a die wound upgrade, which is 3 points. And then obviously the fully upgrade bonus on this item is 8% crit chance. So I'm critting hard in this build. I have good attack speed, followed up by a good damage output overall. And when I do hit with crit chance, I want to get that crit bonus from my Blade of Agora, and I will do insane damage on that one opponent quite easily. So pretty much in this build, I try my best to be versatile, and obviously I'm focusing myself in the jungle because I play jungle a lot more than I do playing in lanes, and this just works out really well overall. It's the build that is working out really well at this moment for myself, and I've had other people use it and they've enjoyed it, and I've recommended them to actually use it. And obviously I want to tell you guys about it, so you guys can use this build and make KALLARI useful once again, because the standard or reputation that KALLARI has at this very moment is that she's completely useless, which is so wrong. So that's why I'm hoping this build can help you out and make you better players, and hopefully you can use this build and smash enemy opponents quite easily when you're playing as KALLARI. I have some other videos with this build and some other things I want to talk about KALLARI, because there's a lot of things you can do when you're talking about KALLARI. So yeah, that's my overall build, but majority of the time, if I do want to do like an early start, this is how it's going to work. This is a quick overview. So when I get into the game, I'm getting a cast token, strike token, and a health pot, because I'm in the jungle. Then I have these health tokens and mana pot and scout ward, which are kind of irrelevant at the early game, unless I do have one unspent point that I want to use to get these items for certain situations, because say if I'm versing another KALLARI, and I can't see her majority of the time, so I can use the scout ward as the added benefit, so when I'm 1v1ing her, I can destroy her, or I can get a scout ward to get some more vision on the enemy jungle, so I can counter jungle, and there's so many things I can do. Mana pots, obviously to give me more mana in case I'm running out of mana too quickly, but there's other ways of gaining mana on Monolith, followed by health token, and help me stay longer clearing camps, obviously because of the added health benefit. Then I'll go into Executioner Scythe as my first item that I do rush straight away. That is why it does have low upgrades. So it's a quick item that I get for my first or second back depending on the situation. Then I'll get Adamant Edge with the greater health and 2 cast tokens into the other Adamant Edge, which has all power, upgrades, major strike, and 2 strikes. Then I'll go into a Wind Carver or Thunder Cleaver. Obviously it ends up being your personal choice, whatever you want. I usually choose the Wind Carver because I like doing 1v1s, and obviously the added benefit of the fully upgrade bonus is pretty sick. But if you do like to clear camps a lot more and pretty much do AoE damage, you would go with Thunder Cleaver, followed by Blade of the Agora, because obviously they added crit bonus and the damage output would be off the charts and you want that guaranteed. Then you have the choice of going this item, or you can go back to the other option, which is whatever option you had left from the Wind Carver or Thunder Cleaver, and keep that in your build. And also when you get rid of Execution Scythe, you get Spear of the Rift Hunter. And it ends up being one bloody amazing moment, especially late game, because she does hit quite hard. I don't think people understand how hard she does hit, and that's why I pretty much brought attention to her with my best moment episode. So hopefully people do start playing her and start enjoying it, because I really enjoy this hero, and it's such a unique hero, and such a fun hero to play on Monolith. So overall, my build is working out pretty well for me, and I do enjoy it, because usually a build is personally on your own playstyle, and obviously some builds work overall with everyone's playstyle, and some builds don't. But in this case, this build works really well in my playstyle. Hopefully it works in your playstyle as well, because I haven't tested it too much with other people, only selected people, and they did enjoy this build quite a bit. But as always, mates, tell me how you feel about this build. What do you think about it? Do you think you're going to use it? Yes or no? Leave in the comment section down below, because I would like to know if you do enjoy this build, or if you did enjoy this video. It's always good to know that. So leave your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. So mates, if you did enjoy this video, show us by smashing that bloody like button. Let's try to get 200 likes on this video. And if you mates want to see more Paragon Gaming content and Paragon Gaming news on my channel, all you have to do is share this with your friends and hit the subscribe button to become a mate today. And that is all for this video. Oh, time's go, but don't you worry. We're back very soon. Hey, Jazz boys, you ain't seen nothing yet. So everyone thought Crit Stone or Greystone with crit was OP. Can't wait for you guys to try this out, because it is bloody broken.
And that it feels right.